Hello and welcome to a special edition of the Perry Thomas Show here on Signing Day, coming here from Campbellsville University in Campbellsville, Kentucky. Coach Thomas joining us. A very exciting day. Every year we talk about increased numbers in signing, but this year we can talk about that more. I think we're already looking at 70 and we're only midway through the day as far as the guys you've already got committed and signed for 2013.
Well, it's a very exciting day for the program, for the university. It always is. This year is a little more special because we do have a little higher number. I think we have 33 mid-year guys, transfers, and then I think we've already signed 36 or 37 freshmen, and the day isn't over. Nor is signing season. We'll pick up quite a few afterwards. So we're excited. We got some good prospects in there, some guys that I think could come here and make a difference in our program and also in our campus life.
Well, we'll hear from your recruiting coordinator, Coach Jim Hardy, later in the show. But if you can, tell us just what your philosophy was coming off a 3-8 season to go after and get some guys to fill in some roles, and especially some who can come in and make immediate impacts for you.
Well, one of the things we wanted to do, Chris, was go out and get some older guys. We felt like that we needed to mature our program a little bit. We've been struggling because we've been bringing in some excellent talent. But it seems like every year, because of injuries or we lose someone for whatever reason, we've been playing a lot of young guys. So we made a big emphasis to go out and get some quality mid-year guys that can come in and help us, and I think we've done that. And then we wanted to go out from there with our freshmen and start building some spots in our depth in our lines and our skill athletes, and we wanted to spread it out, and that's what we've done. We've been able to go out in multiple states. I know this morning we sent out a tweet that we've hit 8 states already, and I think we've added a few more since then. So we wanted to go out and spread our name around the country a little bit and find the best guys we can get in this freshman class to hopefully not be starters. They want to start, but hopefully to come in and give us some quality depth.
Talking about the broad range, you've got a guy coming from Hawaii this year, of course, throughout the Southeast again, as always. Talk about just the job, I guess, you feel like your staff has done getting out and beating down the doors for recruiting. Well,
I mean, these guys have done an excellent job. I think we've probably got the most cohesive group that we've had since we've been here of coaches that will go out and literally recruit. We've had some good recruiters in the past, but these guys are a little more thorough, and it's the entire staff. They're all spread out. They make the visits, make the phone calls. I have to send them home at night. Just because they want to get those guys in here that can make a difference. And when you're 3-8, you get a little more motivation, I guess. And also, our guys have brought in good talent in the past. So now the big key is getting these guys here, developing them, and keeping them here for a while.
I know you're still familiarizing yourself with all the signees from high school level, but if you can, kind of give us your assessment of this year's freshman class. Like I said, already about 36, which is still on the high level of where you've been in your 4 years.
Well, I think right now this is shaping up to be the best class we've had, and I said that last year. And people, if you look at last year's squad, that freshman class probably was the best because most of those guys were the ones keeping us in games. We went 3-8, but we lost 5 games by less than 7, and most of those were freshmen because our starters got hurt and so forth. So I think this group could be better than this past year's team. I think we have a little more quality depth throughout the group. We got some good players, some big name players from different states in there, even including the state of Kentucky. And then we got some guys that are going to come in and develop into some solid role guys. So I really feel strong about this class. Then when you throw in the mid-year guys, that just takes it to another level.
And the mid-year guys are ones, like you said earlier, hopefully someone who can come in and start right away.
Yeah.
There are also some of these guys are already starting to gain some attention. You had some NFL scouts on campus just the day before signing day. Talk about the excitement already starting to build with these guys.
Well, anytime you get the NFL to come to town, then everyone in the program, gets a step faster and gets a little stronger, and that's a good thing. We had a couple of guys that they came in and watched and tested on some things, and that just gets the excitement going. It lets guys know that they will come to Campbellsville, that if you have a desire to play at a higher level, whether it's the NFL, Arena Ball, Canada, whatever, those guys will come to Campbellsville University and find you. And that's a good thing for recruiting, and it's also a good motivation for these guys here in the program.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Any final thoughts here on this 2013 signing class?
Well, we're excited about this class, and I think here in 3 or 4 years, we're going to look back and really show that these last 2 classes have been dandy of classes.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks for being with us. We'll take a quick break, come back, and have recruiting coordinator Jim Hardy join us to give us a little more details on this year's class. Welcome back. Joining us now is Jim Hardy, the assistant head coach, running backs coach, recruiting coordinator, man of many hats here at Campbellsville University for the Fighting Tiger football team. Coach, I know it's been a busy day, a busy few weeks. The fax machine, I think, had been given a break or two, and as it's been running hard all day. We talked with Coach Thomas about 36 LOIs so far today, but I know that number you expect to grow a good bit as the day continues on.
Yeah, we expected it may go as high as somewhere around 45. It's kind of hard to tell. It's hopefully starting to taper off a little bit. We have the bulk of the LOIs have come in, and just waiting to see what happens in the next couple of hours.
And of course, we're basing that 45 off of people who had already committed, but there's still a number of guys out there who y'all been recruiting heavily that have been waiting until signing day to try to make their decision, or they decide to wait maybe just a couple of days after just to try to figure out for sure where they want to go play their next 4 years.
Right, there's some that'll, I know there's a few even that I've recruited that are still making college visits, and we'll have a few that come in like that. The bulk of the kids, though, they want to sign today. They love being a part of the National Signing Day ceremony, and so I think most of the kids that we have anticipated to sign are signing today, but it's always nice to, to tag on a few after that.
Well, let's talk about some of these guys, a lot of local to Campbellsville or local area. I think we were looking at, a 30 to 60 mile radius as far as being close to university, and we've got some good talent coming from that radius too.
Yes. I think here locally, within that area, Campbellsville High School, we got Bradley Bates, who Keith and Vanessa Atkins' son. He's a kicker, and he's coming over to be with us, and that's going to be fun. He's going to be on campus as somebody who's been around campus all of his life, and to be able to come over here and kick a little bit. And he's a good kicker. He's really matured a lot. He's got some, still some growing to do and got to get stronger, but he has got very consistent from about 35 yards in, and if we can just get him stronger so he can become a kickoff threat, that'll really help his ability to really help this program. But in the E-Town area, we have Dalton Swank, who's a D lineman. He is a really, really top-notch player and a good family, and we're fortunate to have Dalton come on board. Also from the E-Town area, a guy named William Jarko, and he is also a kicker, and he's a lot like Bradley. He's going to be somebody that's going to need to strengthen his legs some. Blake Mason, a tight end from Boyle County, really solid player. Actually, his father is offensive coordinator at Boyle County High School, so he's another young man that's been around athletics and especially football his whole life. And actually, his dad student taught for me when he was going through his educational preparation, so that's kind of a nice connection we have. Yeah. And but Blake is a really, really good player. Over at Russell County, Nick Britt, running back, really, really fine athlete. He's played here a couple years in the bowl games. I don't know how many people come out and watch the high school bowl games here that's put on by Campbellsville High School in Fort Bank, but Nick's put on a show the last 2 years here, and he's been a real productive scorer for Russell County for the last 3 years, actually. So I think that's pretty much it in most of the immediate radius. I've probably forgotten somebody, but we're very fortunate to have this group that we've got coming in.
Well, with 45 names, it's only early in the process. We'll forgive you if you forget one or two, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I've got my cheat sheets up here. I'm afraid I'm going to miss something. But.
Well, we talked about the transfers. We're going to really not announce those names until we get closer to the spring game in April. Right. But I guess right now, what was your assessment of this class and thoughts overall as you get ready to hit spring practice pretty soon?
Well, as Coach Thomas said, I've actually coached here I think longer than anybody that's on the staff now, because I was here 5 years as part-time coach prior to coming on full-time, and this is. For me, this is the best, most athletic and talented class I've ever seen here. So the potential is there to be extremely good. We still have the intangibles until we get gear on and get into spring practice, but it certainly is a lot of fun to watch. They're really hard workers. They get after it, and they're a pleasure to be around. They're very personable, and they work hard, and it's really looking good.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a successful first year as recruiting coordinator, and wish you the best as I know it continues on. A lot of other guys come in, especially for the JV program, as the year goes on. Well, thanks for being with us. Thanks again to Perry Thomas for taking some time with us today on a busy day as well. That'll do it for us in this special edition of Signing Day. We hope you'll come out and watch these transfers and the returning players in action on Thursday night, April 11th at 7 o'clock at Finley Stadium for the spring football game. And of course, you can keep up with the Tigers all season long on CampbellsvilleTigers.com, where you can also find a list of all those players who have signed today and those who will be signing later on this spring and through the summer as well. Thanks again for being with us here on the Perry Thomas Show.